Hi, my dears. Please now we continue with our workbook. Open it. Page 96. Last lesson we finished this part. Now, part 11. Work with a friend. Listen, talk, and stick. There are some stickers on your book. Take them and according to the listening, stick them on the numbers. Let's listen first.
Track B7, Activity 11. Work with a friend. Listen, talk, and stick. 1,
This happens when tankers have accidents in the sea.
2,
This happens when fishermen catch too many fish.
3,
To keep the ocean clean, if you see this on the beach, pick it up.
4,
You can make bottles with this material. It's not biodegradable.
5,
Cardboard is not really rubbish. It disappears with time.
Okay, stick them. Let's read here. Oil spills happen when tankers have accidents on the sea. That's right. You can make some dialogue like these ones. Okay, so there is a video. Let's watch it.
Now we're going to learn some words about different kinds of pollution. This is rubbish.
Write these words on your notebooks, please. 5 times.
Rubbish in the sea is one type of pollution. Rubbish is terrible for the sea.
People throw different kinds of rubbish into the sea. This is one type of rubbish, plastic.
Some sea creatures think plastic bottles and bags are food and they eat them.
That's right. That's why it's important to use these biodegradable products.
Biodegradable products break down and become part of the earth. Anna, are there other types of pollution?
Yes, there are. This is an oil spill.
Ships sometimes carry oil. The oil can spill into the sea if people aren't careful. Oil spills hurt animals and beaches. There are lots of kinds of pollution. Are there any other ways we hurt the sea?
Yes, there are. We take a lot of fish from the sea to eat. Sometimes we take too many fish.
Okay, here I want to stop because fish is important for our body. We need them for the vitamins. That's okay, but if we overfish, if we catch too many fish, then it becomes overfishing and it is not okay for us because it's a kind of bad thing for the sea creatures, for the fish.
This is called overfishing.
We have to be careful and look after our world. We've got a lot of things to remember.
That's true. Now let's review some of the words and ideas we're learning. This is a kind of pollution in the sea. What is it?
Okay, last second.
Rubbish. Rubbish is a type of pollution. We shouldn't throw rubbish into the sea.
Sea creatures sometimes think this is food and eat it. Unscramble the word.
It starts with E.
Plastic. Plastic is terrible for sea creatures.
Now fill in the blank. Bottles and bags break down and become part of the earth. Biodegradable bottles and bags break down and become part of the earth.
Yes, that's right. They do. We should try to use biodegradable products whenever we can.
This sometimes happens even when people are very careful. Look carefully at the picture. What is it? Is it rubbish, overfishing, or an oil spill?
Let's see. It doesn't look like rubbish, and I can't see anyone fishing. Oh, it looks like a very bad accident. It's an oil spill.
Yes, it is. Some ships carry oil. The oil can spill into the sea and hurt sea creatures, plants, and beaches.
True or false? Overfishing is good for the sea.
False. Overfishing is bad for the sea. Did you know that fishermen take 77 billion kilograms of sea creatures from the sea every year?
Okay, now we watch the video. You are writing the words that you learned again and you did the quiz. Let's pass the other page. Now page 97, grammar part. Let's listen it.
Track B8. Grammar.
What will happen in the future?
Sea animals and plants will disappear. We won't have as much food as we need.
Okay, here is read and answer part. Let's zoom it and give the answers. 1. Oil pollution affects the sunlight zone of the sea. What if there is a big oil spill? I think most of the fish will die and also the other sea creatures will die. It will affect them. Let's write it. Okay, here I prepared some example answers for you. For the first one, oil pollution affects the sunlight zone of the sea. What if there is a big oil spill? The sea animals would disappear. This is my answer. You can write your answers too. Second one, pollution affects oxygen levels in the midnight zone and creates areas with no oxygen. What if there are animals in these areas? I think they wouldn't live well. It will hurt them and they would die. For the third question, plastic bottles and plastic bags cause a lot of pollution. What will you do? I won't throw any rubbish. I will be kind to my environment. We can say. You can write these ones and also yours. Now part 2. Okay, we are listening.
Track B9. Activity 13. Play a game. Cut out 7 pictures and the bingo card on page 169. Listen and play. Discuss.
Turtles live in the sunlit zone. Food is biodegradable.
You can discuss after the sentences. There is some space for you. One time, yeah.
Don't throw rubbish in the sea. We must protect the sea. Whales are very big. They live in the sunlit zone. The octopus has got 8 arms. Sea sponges are very pretty. Look, this one is pink. There are many fish in the sunlit zone. Squid live in the twilight zone. Don't throw plastic bottles into the sea. Sharks live in the sunlit zone. What will happen to the sea in the future? What will we do to protect the sea?
Okay, you can play it later too. Now there is a video. Watch it, please.
Here's an important message from the bottom of the sea.
Pollution here is getting worse every day. If people keep throwing their rubbish into the sea, more sea creatures will disappear. We must stop throwing rubbish into the sea.
If people keep overfishing, there won't be many sea creatures left. We must stop overfishing and help save the sea.
Another big ship has spilled oil into the sea. It's all over the beach and the animals. If we aren't careful, there will be more accidents.
People must be more careful. They must look after the sea, or there won't be very much left to protect. That's all for now.
Now we watch the video. Let's pass the next page. Page 98. Colorful corals. Now listen and read.
Track B10, Activity 14. Listen and read. Colorful corals. When you first see corals, you may think you are looking at a colorful underwater garden. But corals are animals, not plants. Corals are made up of small individual animals called polyps. Polyps have soft, transparent bodies with no bones inside. What's for dinner? Polyps have a mouth, stomach, and tentacles to catch food. How polyps get food depends on where they live. Polyps lucky enough to live in warm, sunlit zones eat tiny plants called algae. In contrast, polyps that live in cold, dark zones don't eat algae. They must find a place to live with a strong current of moving water. They use their tentacles to catch tiny animals called plankton in the water. Underwater communities. Most corals live together in huge groups called colonies. Some build a protective skeleton around themselves. As old generations die and new ones grow on top, polyps slowly build up coral reefs. Some are millions of years old. These beautiful reefs are home to more than 4,000 kinds of fish and thousands of other organisms. Save the reefs. Coral reefs are a source of food for many communities. They are also a source of tourism and jobs for local people. Scientists use reef animals to develop new medicines and other products. But coral reefs are in danger. Because of pollution, many coral reefs will disappear. Some experts predict that only 30% of the world's corals will exist in the year 2050. We must protect our corals now.
Okay, I'm going to show you this part. Listen. Weird but true, the Great Barrier Reef is over 2,250 kilometers, 1,400 miles long. You can see it from outer space. It's awesome, really. Okay, for this week, your homework. I'm going to give you homework. Just to remind you, page 95, you will write here your sentences. You will write the words on the videos also 5 times. And again, page 98, colorful corals. You will translate it from English to Turkish on your notebook. We will check it later. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.